Hi, my name's Claudia. Today we're going to do a warming yoga sequence to mobilise all the joints and to be able to take on whatever challenge your day has for you. So we're going to start off at our neck. So we're going to take our right ear towards our right shoulder, creating space all down the left hand side of the neck. You might want to increase it. Bring your chin up towards the ceiling. Slight rotation. Then bring your chin down towards your collarbone, as if you're nodding your head to say yes please. Then take your left ear towards your left shoulder, repeating on the opposite side. Take your chin towards the ceiling if that works for you. And then your chin comes back down. Your head comes back on top of your spine. Inhale, lift the shoulders towards your ears. Then draw the shoulders blades together and let them glide down your back. Take your hands out and rotate so your thumbs are pointing out towards the corner of the room. Then inhale the hands up towards one another, nice and tall, lifting through the belly. Left hand stays lifted, right hand comes down towards the right hand side, and then reach over and across with your left hand, looking underneath the armpit, then sweeping the left hand over towards the left hand side, lifting up with the right hand, looking underneath the right armpit. Repeat the sweeps, the right hand comes back down towards the floor, left hand lifts and extend through the left leg, extending down the whole left hand side of the body, really opening and releasing. Left leg scooches back underneath, left hand comes down, right leg extends. Sit back down onto your heels, and then rotate round onto all fours. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Spread through your fingers and really connect to the floor, pushing it away with your hands and your shins. Then bring your chin towards your chest. Scoop up through your stomach, look up towards your stomach and push the floor away with your hands and your shins. Coming into cat pose. Then your chest comes forward, your hips lift and you look up towards the ceiling into cow. Scooping back through into cat like a scary cat with your heckles lifted. And then mooing at the moon as a happy cow. Scoop back up, push the floor away, really mobilising the spine. Chest comes forward, hips lift. Then sit your bum back towards your heels, lengthen through the arms, coming down, child's pose. Lengthening down your back. Ease the right armpit down towards the floor, look underneath your left armpit. Sweep your right hand under, release through that shoulder and lift up your left arm. Left hand comes back down, push through the palm. Sit back into child's pose. Ease the left armpit down towards the floor, look underneath the right. Left hand sweeps through underneath the armpit. Right hand lifts. Feel that lovely release across your back. Top hand comes back down. Sit back into child's pose and then bring your chin between your hands in front of you. Forearms down to the mat, bum lifts up into the air. And then let your body melt down into the floor. Release your body down. Kick through your legs as if you're swimming until you're fully melted down, relaxed onto the floor, looking down towards your fingertips. Then on your next inhale, lift up through your chest, drawing your elbows towards one another, as if you're going for a mini skydive. Then start to imagine lifting your belly button away from the floor. Hands come underneath your shoulders, push through the palms. Lift yourself a little bit higher. It's just a gentle push. So you could take your hands away and your back and your stomach are doing all the work. Really mobilising and lifting. Then you can lift yourself a little bit higher, chest comes forward a little bit more, relaxing again through the shoulders. And if you want more still, you can lift your lower body off the floor. So you're just on the tops of your feet into up dog. Then roll back over your toes or place your feet onto the floor. Chest towards your thighs as you walk in downward facing dog, an upside down V shape, lifting your hips nice and high. Pushing through the palms, pushing through the soles of your feet and really allowing the backs of your legs to warm up. Listening to your body if you need to take a twist, allowing your chest to come towards the thighs, really loosening down your lats, letting them warm up and mobilise, do so. Or if you'd like to stay more central and still, if that's what your body needs, then go for it. Nice deep breaths all the way to the bottom of your lungs, filling up all the way to the top. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Soften through both knees. Firmly plant your right foot down on the floor. Lift and extend through your left leg, pushing the left foot away from you. Then bend at the left knee. Bring the left knee over towards the right elbow or wrist. And then push back through the foot, bend at the knee again and stack the hips one on top of the other, looking underneath your armpit, opening down the side of your body. Look forward, step forwards with that foot. Let your right knee come down to the mat, release the foot. Inhale, sweep and lift. Releasing the hips down towards the floor, really opening out your hip flexor. Hands come back down towards the floor. Lift and extend through the foot, pushing through the ball of the foot, heel is lifted. Find your balance, sweep and lift. Sinking down through your hips, light and lifted through your upper body. Right hand comes onto your left hip, left hand onto your right hip behind you. Looking over your shoulder, feel that rotation through your spine, that release through your spine. Hands come back down towards the floor. Step forwards with your right foot, alongside your left, hip distance apart. Sit your bum down towards the floor. Sitting on an imaginary chair, relax down through your shoulders or draw back into a skier pose. Hands come down towards the floor. Then start to lift through your hips, interlace the fingers, chest down towards the thighs. Releasing the hands away from the body. Nice deep breaths. As you tip forwards a little bit more, letting the head just hang, letting your neck lengthen, lifting and scooping up through your stomach. Hands come back down to the floor as you soften through the knees. Step back with your left foot, right leg stays forwards, left knee comes down towards the floor, release the left foot. Inhale and sweep, pushing forwards through your hips. Hands come back down towards the floor, find your balance. Extend through the left leg, push through the left heel. Inhale and sweep. Left hand comes onto right hip. Right hand comes behind and look over your right shoulder, pushing back through your left heel. Breathe. Hands come back down towards the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. Pushing through both heels, walking out the dog if you need to. Then lift and extend through your right leg. Right knee comes towards your left elbow or wrist. Push it back, bend through the knee. Stack the right hip on top of the left, look underneath the right armpit. Step the foot back down. Push back towards your hips. Come into a plank pose. And then sink down into a low hover chaturanga. Elbows tight towards your body. Floating an inch or so above the floor. Roll over your toes, lift up into up dog. Really mobilizing through your spine, or cobra if you're not ready for up dog yet. Roll back over your toes, downward facing dog. Stay and breathe. Then hop yourself to seated. And hopefully you should be a bit warmer, either ready for a full yoga practice or to take on something else today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Namaste.